Hi, Dr. Wu here again. This class not only involves the meditation, it involves the Qigong, and it involves how we use this energy. Now, the one that you're about to see is on organ cleaning. In the past, we did one with the healing sounds. Remember that one? Inhaling, shh. We're starting to clear the lungs. Now this is an interesting one coming up. The organ cleaning really dovetails with this one. And I'll tell you why. When we're starting to get into the organs and move the energy into the organs, it's like having a big wooden mixing spoon and reaching in and just stirring up all that energy. Now when we stir up the energy, we're stirring up those emotions. Like for the lungs, we're stirring up all that sadness and grief, and all that stuff's getting stirred up, and then whew, we're going to throw it out. And then we're starting to put in the positive emotion, and we start to get valor and courageousness, strength, moving forward. And then we're going to really work it and like push the energy, anything negative out of the lungs, and just fill those lungs. That's what we're about to do. Now, the reason I'm teaching you this, and the reason I say it dovetails so well with the healing sounds, is what happens is in our organs, most in the West, when we get sick, what happens? They treat you symptomatically. I got a cold. Here's something to clear up your sinuses. I got a sore back. Here's a pain pill. I mean, that's what Western medicine does. Chinese medicine's different, a little bit different, because we're still looking at the symptoms, but we're looking at how do we open up the energy. When we combine the Qigong in the healing part of Qigong, we're starting to really work the organs. We're starting to clear not only the negative emotion out of the organs, we're starting to feed the organs so all the organs work properly, because where health comes from, where sickness comes from, it all comes from the internal. If it's internal at your mind and you're making it up, and then you have that belief and it grows into something, and then you've got whatever it is, or if it's something where you get hit and it causes like a contusion or a bruise or something in the organ, or if it's you inhale some type of toxic substance that goes into the organ, or if it's an emotional thing, it all affects our organ health. So this exercise is part of the advanced training in the medical Qigong. And I'm sharing this with you because I believe that this one will really clear that junk that you don't need and start to make you a powerful being, and you're going to heal from the inside out, and we're going to get strong and powerful. Okay? So take a good look at this one. Practice, practice, practice. That's the important part. Till next time, it's Dr. Wu. Keep up the good work. When we're looking at the organs, there's different, we have all of our different organs in our body. We've got the heart, we've got the liver, we've got the lungs, we've got the spleen, lungs. Lungs and large intestines go together because in Chinese medicine they're always paired. The lungs work all the time. That's a female organ. The large intestines are male. They only work when they have to.
The metal, fire, earth.
Fire, earth, metal, water, wood. So fire is the heart and the small intestines. Heart works all the time, pitter-patter, pitter-pat, right? The heart has to do with love, respect, honor, and joy. That's the positive. And the negative is anxiety, rush, hastiness. That's all energy of the heart. And that's fire element, and that's heart and small intestines. So it goes from fire to earth, which is the stomach and the spleen. That's on the left side. Stomach and spleen, like I told you, has to do with worry and regret, but it also has to do with balance and equanimity. Keeping yourself balanced and grounded. So that's fire, earth, and then you got the metal, that's lungs. The lungs have to do with sadness and grief. Grief is like remorse. It's so sad, like you said, your dad passed away. It's like so much that it's like we don't even have a place for it. Where do I put that? That's not supposed to happen. it's just not supposed to happen, but it happens, things change, and it's like, just grief. You see people, they're just going, and they're sobbing. On the other side of it is valor and courageousness, moving forward. That. We don't use that word in English that much. Valor, same word. Yeah. Bravery. We have bravery, but we don't have valor, because a valor is like knight in shining armor. That's what is it? Valor. And it's used in English, but not that, it's not that much of a word. Probably because nobody has any valor. George Bush, that's the only one. Yeah, right. So fire, earth, metal, then it goes into water, and water has to do with the kidneys and the bladder. So usually if a person has low back pain, knee pain, hair loss, their libido goes down, that all has to do with the kidneys. And a lot of times it has to do with the bladder. People have, they'll be incontinent, they'll be pissing in their pants and stuff like that, or they'll be dripping, or that type of stuff. It all has to do with fear. You hear the expression, they piss and run. They get so scared they went in their pants. It's like startled them. So that causes a lot of havoc in the kidneys. And the kidneys, the positive side, has to do with gentleness. Being gentle with yourself, being gentle with others, and alert stillness. Like a deer in the woods, and he's totally still, and his ears are going. So that's the kidneys. And then the last one's the liver. The liver and the gallbladder. It's on the right side. And it has to do, the liver and the gallbladder has to do with anger, rage, just so pissed. And most people walk around like that. And when you're that angry and you can't do anything about it, it goes into depression. So usually depression is anger that's not handled. You're just so pissed and you can't do anything, and now you turn it back on yourself, and then you're depressed. Because it's like an anger that can't be, you don't have it. Now on the positive side of the liver is kindness. Kindness to yourself and kindness to others. So the kinder you can be. Today I had a patient come in, and she was depressed for a long time. Her son got picked up for something, driving, and he told the cops off. The cops beat him up and killed him. That's happened. So she totally, went into anger, and she was just so mad. There was nothing she could do. Now she's just totally depressed because she can't do anything. So I said the formula for you is you need to start being kind to other people. So if her expression is kindness, and if she can be kind to you and you and you and you and you, her attention won't be on herself. Because right now she's just so pissed off that now she's depressed. So it's just taking the energy. It's the same energy. All we're doing is we're doing an alchemical process. We're taking it, it's like it lives in a ball. So here's the energy, and it lives in this ball. Half of the ball is anger, and half of it is kindness. So if the anger is on top, and you can turn it around, then you start to have the other emotion come out. So tonight I want to teach you this exercise that I learned in my in the doctoral program of medical Qigong on how to start cleaning the organs, because we don't really have a way to clean the organs. We can take, you can do an enema, you can do a colonic, you can do stuff like that, but it's still not cleaning the organs on an emotional level. And a lot of times we get hit with such heavy emotions in our life, it scatters our energy or our chi. And then we're not as powerful, we're dysfunctional. We can't, we don't know how to do things because something has come in from wherever and it's disrupted our energy field. And we don't know how to handle it. Now, how we handle it in the West is we give you a pill to take. So if we give you the pill, Now you're not depressed, but you're not happy either. You're sort of numb. That's what Prozac does. You don't have the happiness and the sadness. You're just, hi. Oh, hi, how are you? Oh, good, how are you? Nice seeing you. Oh, you cut your hair. Oh, you did this. Oh, okay, bye. There's nothing there. It kills all the emotions of, oh, hi, or, or feeling bad. It just kills it. And a lot of the medicines, they have a medicine, they had a book out many years ago, Jules Verne, was it Jules? 1984, who wrote that book? Do you remember? You don't remember, everybody's too young. Anyway, it was a book, 1984, and it talked about people. Most of you haven't even been born in 1984.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this book talked about how eventually all of us will be on this pill called Soma. And Soma sort of makes you numb, and then whatever goes on, it doesn't bother you. So, many years later, there's a pill out called Soma, and that's just what it does. It chills you out so you don't feel the emotions and the high and the low. So I'm going to teach you this exercise tonight. It works with all the organs, and we're going to start off with the lungs. And I'll teach you how to clear the lungs, how to take out all the sadness and grief, and then how to put in all the valor, and then how to flush the lungs out, okay? So I think we need to stand up for it. Kim, you see what you can do. You can follow me around with that camera. Okay?
Take it off the tripod.
Or just in something called the inner circle, because people who come and study with me, this is sort of the inner circle. It's not the teachings that I give to everyone. And I do put together, a program every month. I usually do a conference call with a bunch of people, talk to them about this, and I coach them on making some changes on their life on the internal stuff. So anyway, so I'm glad that all of you came because I get to share this stuff with you, okay? So first one's for the lungs. So here are the lungs. They start at the end of the rib cage, the bottom of the rib cage, and they go all the way up to here. Right? So here's the whole lung area on both. So what we're going to do is we're going to start like if we have a big mixing spoon and we're going to mix up something, right? But what we're going to do is energetically, we're going to start mixing the energy of the lungs. Okay. So I'm going to show you how energy, come up here for a second. I'm going to show you how energy works. Okay. So I'm going to push this muscle down. You hold it up, okay? Okay, resist. I'm going to push down. Okay, it's pretty strong, right? Okay. So step out of the room just for a second. She comes back. I'm going to put up one finger and everybody think bad thoughts. Come on back in. Okay. Ready? Okay. Now you hold this up again. Ready? Okay. Hold it up strong. Hold it up strong. What are you doing? Hold it up strong. Okay, step up for a second. She comes back. All two fingers will think just, what a wonderful person, how beautiful it is. How much fun she is. Come on back in. Okay, same this. Okay, hold up. Strong. We'll see. We'll see if it's strong or weak. Hold up. Hold. I'm going to push. Hold. Hold. Stop shooting the gun. Hold up. Okay. Hold up again.
Oh, okay.
You get that? Hold up. Hold up strong. What happened to that muscle? Hold up strong. Let's try it again. Okay, take a breath in. Blow it out. Okay, let's see. Hold up. Hold. Okay. So, isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Okay, so let me tell you what happened so you know what's happened. When you went out of the room, I told them to think bad thoughts about you when I hold up one finger. Okay, so they thought bad thoughts, so they have, the muscle went weak. So we're all affected by vibrations. And when I held up two fingers, I told them, think how wonderful you were. So when I held up two, the muscle got stronger. So we're all affected by vibrations all day long. Because somebody looks at you and they go, Hi. You know, it's like, what was that? Energetically, you know, somebody like, or somebody goes and they see you and they, hey man, what's going on? I haven't seen you. You know, and you go, oh, that was great seeing. So everything affects vibrations. So when we're stirring that pot, or we're actually going to stir the energy of the lungs, we're going to start to move the energy of the lungs, okay? So first of all, you put your hands over the lungs and you're going to start doing this toward the inside of the lungs. Yeah, you're going toward the inside. And it's valor. So you imagine you're putting valor, courageousness, a beautiful white light, because the color of the lungs is white. Starting to move that energy in the inside. So as you move the lungs, I wonder what that light does. Nothing.
No, it turns off.
Oh, okay. The lungs, it moves the lungs and the large intestines. So you're starting to energetically, like, move the energy in the lungs. Okay. Now you're going to reverse it. And this is sadness and grief and remorse. And then you throw it out. And translating, it's sadness and grief and remorse and like a gray smoke that you want to get rid of. And then you throw it out. Okay, now this is the important part. You're going to fill up and then you're going to push the white light right through the lungs. Again, filling up like a balloon. Pushing this white light right through the lungs.
Not drawing the air through the mouth, right?
Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through the mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, you inhale through the nose. This warms the air, and then you take the stale air, push it out through the mouth. Okay, let's go over it once more. Inhaling, it's valor and courageousness. Filling the lungs up with this beautiful white light. Now you're going the other way. You're taking all the sadness and all the grief and all the loneliness and you're throwing it out. Now go back. All of the beautiful energy, the white, like sunlight on snow. Courageousness, valor. Now, inhaling, exhaling. Filling it up with white light. And imagine you're pushing the white light right through the lungs. Inhaling. Exhaling. Great. Okay, I'm going to change the light for a second, okay? Okay. The next one's for the kidneys. Okay, so the kidneys, remember we talked about the kidneys are about fear. You know, like this, low back pain, knee pain, ringing in your ears, hair loss, your libido goes down. It's all kidney stuff. The bladder doesn't function. You pee in your pants.
Ear infections. Ear infections.
Ear infections, any type of hearing loss.
Kidney infection.
Yeah, kidney infection, bladder infection, you know, urinary tract infections, all that stuff has to do with the kidneys, okay? So this one, you're going to put your hand on your kidneys, or your low back, and you're going to move to the inside, and the kidneys have to do with alert stillness, gentleness, and the color is lapis lazuli blue. You know that color? Like a peacock feather? That's the color of the peacock. And you're going to do that, and you're going to warm the kidneys. You're putting this beautiful alert stillness, awareness, gentleness into the kidneys. Now reverse it, and you're going to take fear, throw it out. You're going to take all the things of fear, anything that goes bump in the night, anything that scares you. I'm going to throw that out. Let's do that again. Anything that scares you. No money. Oh my goodness. I might not have enough money. That's scary. Boom. Throw that out. Right? I might not have enough business. Nobody's calling me. Boom. Throw that out. I have a backache, my knees hurt, I can't hear, I'm afraid. Boom, throw that out. Now again, gentleness, alert stillness, awareness. Low back pain has to do with not having enough money, lots of money coming into our lives. Okay, now the hands go out. Inhale through the nose, exhale. Push that beautiful blue light right through the kidneys. Any type of fear, pushing it right out. Inhaling. Exhaling. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, beautiful blue light. Inhaling. Gentleness. Great, that's the kidneys. So now what we're starting to do is we're starting to make the kidney organs alive and strong. So if we can clear the toxins out of our organs, what happened, we're not affected by all the things in life that hit us. I don't have enough, maybe this, who's going to do this? All the things that go on that frighten us. So you start to make that strong, and all of a sudden you're going, oh yeah, I can just clear the organs. You're like wringing it out. Like you take a rag and you wring out all the stuff. Once it's all wrung out, you don't have that emotion anymore. Your visualization, what you think about all day is what you get. If you wake up and you say, it's a horrible day, it's a horrible day. If you wake up and you say, oh, it's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. If it's rain, and you go, oh man, it's raining, I was going to the beach, it's miserable. If you have a big garden and it's raining, you're happy. You don't have to water the lawn, you don't have to do the garden. So it's all whatever you call it. It's all up to you on how you do it. Let's do the next one. The next one we'll do is for the liver. Okay, the liver is a big organ. It goes all under the rib cage here, and then part of it actually comes across the center line. It's the liver and the gallbladder. Okay, so the emotion is anger. That's the negative emotion. And the positive emotion is kindness. So we're going to start... No, let's go to the inside. We'll go to the inside. We'll start healing the liver. So we're moving all this energy of the liver. And we're starting to put in kindness into the liver.
What color?
Say it again.
What color?
What color? The color is green. And the color's like an emerald green. So we're putting this beautiful emerald green into that. I'm going to make you sitting over there next to it. Okay, emerald green. The color is emerald green, and it has to do with you being kind to yourself, kind to other people. You're starting to really mix that, and you're starting to heal that. You're starting to heal that organ. Now go the other way. You're going to take anger, pissed off. You're going to take depression. So the idea is to clear that stuff so you don't have to do it. Liver.
When you're scared, you just scared me, so I have to do the liver one.
Kidneys. Kidneys have to do with fear. Okay, so let's do the heart. Like I said, it's rush and hastiness, anxiety, that type of stuff, and love, respect, honor, and joy. So let's do the positive one. So the heart's on the left side, so we'll go to the inside, and we're putting in the color, which is like ruby red.
Okay.
There's on the left side, I'm going like that. Ruby red. Right? And I'm putting in love, respect, honor, and joy. Love, respect, honor, and joy. So you're loving yourself, you're respecting others, and you've got joy, and you feel good, and you got a big smile on your face, and everything's good. Now, let's reverse it, and let's take away all the rush, and the anxiety, and the hastiness, and throw it out. Okay? Anxiety, and rush, and nervousness, and throw that out. Now back. Love, respect, honor, joy. So we're filling the heart with all those emotions. Now inhale.
What color?
Red, ruby red.
Like my heart.
Like your heart. And just flush it. And we're putting in all that love, respect, honor, and joy right into the heart. Now the last one. The last one is the spleen. Okay, the spleen is, what do they call the spleen? Vaso. Yeah. So the spleen has to do with, like I said, worry. What's going to happen? Will we be able to get out of this door? Will we ever be able to get in the office that unlocked that nobody's got a key to?
What? My stuff is in there.
But your stuff's in there. Your stuff's living here then. Because we locked it, we don't have a key.
Are you kidding me?
No. See, she's worried about it. Maybe it's not true.
This one is for you.
This is the exercise for Michelle.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing is regret. Like maybe you regret you put your stuff in that office.
Oh yeah.
So that's past regret. And the future is she might want to get it out. You know? But we like her and she can stay here. It's great. You didn't put your keys in
I
there.
did.
Oh, she did. So she has a problem.
There's a bed in it first.
Yeah, but here's how we're going to fix it. we're gonna take the organ. We're going to work on the organ of the spleen, right?
Now we're gonna call a locksmith.
Okay. So the color's yellow, and first of all, we're going to put balance and equanimity and groundedness and centeredness. Yeah, because we're going toward the inside. So like we're mixing this big yellow, like
The sun.
like sunlight on 24 karat gold. Oh, it feels so good. You know, it's the stomach and the spleen. It's nourishment. It's all this good energy going into the spleen. Now let's reverse it and take away worry and regret. Worry that we might have locked our keys in the wrong room. Worry that we put things in the office. Who would put things in the office except people who work here? Nobody. Throw it out. Okay? I never put things in the office. I know we don't have a key. Kim doesn't.
Kim.
So now we regret. Like we might have done something that we didn't want to do or we shouldn't have done, and we regret it, and now we feel sad about it. So we throw that out. Now, groundedness. Big, yellow, golden energy. Now we want to flush the spleen out. Maybe the door will open. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful yellow, golden yellow. It's on the right side.
Right.
Yeah, spleen's on the right side.
Your left.
Oh,
Your other right. Your other right.
it's on the left side. Right, it's my left.
It's the other right.
It's the left side. If we went like this, it would be on that side. If we're going like this, it would be on the same
You're an
side.
organ with the wrong color.
The spleen, so the energy of the spleen. Great. Questions? No? Okay. Michelle, want to go check and see if the door is open?
It's open, Michelle.
If
Yeah.
it's open, it'll be amazing.
I open it.
How do you open? Because when I shut it, it locked.
Expect me miracle.
Okay. So, anyway, when we do that type of exercise and we're starting to move all that, we're starting to stir up emotions as well, because what we're doing is we're taking things that haven't been moving in us, they get locked up because you get anxiety and you lock up stuff, or you get fear and you lock up stuff, and what happens is your body becomes locked up and you become a bundle of nerves, like they use that expression. So everything like, you know, and we're withdrawn and we don't really share with people because it's like we don't want to be hurt and we don't really want to let anybody in to move any of those things, because if we do, it causes us pain. So most of the stuff is running away from pain when we're not sharing. So the idea when you do this exercise and you start to work these, you start to stir up the negative emotion and then you throw it out. And you stir up the negative emotion and you throw it out. And then you put in the positive emotion and then you flush the organ. So it's a great system. And in the West, you never heard of this in the West. We don't teach this in the West. We don't work with it because where health comes and from where beauty comes from, it comes from actually the inside. If the organs are sick, they start to atrophy and then you get wrinkles on your face and things start to prune out. Not that you did anything, you just followed the rules. You went to the doctor, you got a checkup every year, you drank milk, you took your medicine, you did everything they said. We just didn't know they were lying. We just didn't know that because we always put our faith in the doctors. And then what happened some years ago, the drug companies took over that whole procedure, and now the drug companies dictate to a lot of the doctors on what you should be taking. And it's not really about your health. It's about, take this so you don't have this symptom, take this so you don't have this symptom, take this so you don't have that symptom. And if you're symptom-free, that doesn't mean you're healthy. That just means you don't have any symptoms right now. So the idea is if you can keep all the organs strong and all the organs healthy, you don't get sick and you retard the aging process by, I had a test 6 months ago and it put me 15 years younger than I am. Put me 15 years younger than I am because it only went back 15 years. So it's possible that it's 20 years younger than I am. So instead of being 60, puts me about 45, 48, in that range. So that's a pretty good range. So if we could all do that, look at if we put you back 20 years, look at how you'd be a baby. Put her back 20 years, she's like just 44. You'd be nursing. So or Kim wouldn't even be here. So, right. Yeah, right. It'd be that little. So it's one of the ways that if you learn these and practice these now, that as you grow older, the body won't age. The body will start to...
He opened it.
He did?
Yeah.
See?
For the exercise.
Step
I told you
miracles.
that I
And you know why he opened it? It was when we did this. And we pushed all that energy out.
Yeah.
And boom, he opened the thing.
I was cursing.
No, he's good. He's from Colombia. He opens them all.
Thank you.
Where's he from? Cali?
No, I pity.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's where they all know that
From
stuff.
the mountain.
Yeah, from the mountains. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna do this again next week. Except we're gonna do it without anybody recording it.
We're actually recording.
Or maybe we'll record it. Maybe we'll have Kim all week. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna record everything that comes in here. There's a meditation that I teach that's very important for all of you to know. It's called the microcosmic orbit. And there's a series of energy fields in the body. There's one at the top of the head. There's one between the eyes. There's one at the throat. There's one at the heart. There's one at the solar plexus. There's one at the navel. And one at the sex center. And those 7 centers, they go down the front. But they also go up the back. So there's one right opposite the sex center, right at the small of the back here. And then there's one opposite the navel. And there's one opposite the heart. And then one up here, C7, that large vertebrae. And then there's one, it's called the jade pillow right here. And there's, like I said, the one on the very top of the head. And that matches the perineum, the one at the very bottom. And there's a pole going through. It's called the Tai Chi pole. And that energy moves through that. So these energy centers are called chakras in Hindu, spinning circle. And it's like you have this whoosh, discs of energy spinning spinning at the throat, spinning at the heart, and these energy fields, they spin through the whole body. And they spin on this axis of this thing called the Tai Chi pole. Or at least in one of the systems, it's called the Tai Chi pole. So these constant energies spinning, and if they're all spinning like they should be, they set up a magnetic field and they push out energy from your body. So if you've ever seen the picture of an angel, they always have a halo. And if you've seen a picture of Jesus or Buddha or any of those guys, they all have lights. You know, you look at all those pictures, every artist, they draw them, and they all have lights around them, right? They have this aura, you know, or what is it, like a rainbow, right? And all the saints, and you go into the churches, and they all have glowing lights. Why? Is because all of their energy fields, all of those chakras are in balance. So if they're in balance, they're all spinning at the same rate, the energy field opens. When there's fear in the body, we contract over here. When there's not a lot of love, we contract at the heart. Communications, we contract at the throat. So a lot of times, this will be open, we're talking constantly, but this is closed, you know, and they're not even. You know, sometimes some are open and some are closed, and we don't have the same vibration. When they close down, you die if they close down completely, but a lot of times you'll have imbalances because this will be open, that'll be closed, you'll give everything away, and you can't afford to buy a hamburger because this is all locked up. Or this is open, you have a tremendous amount of money and a great big fat belly, and you don't give anything to anybody. You know, you become greedy. You know, more and more and more for me. So the idea is to balance all of those energy fields, to balance all the chakras. And there's a system called the microcosmic orbit where we learn how to balance those through a breathing technique and moving the energy through. And what it does, it balances out all the chakras. Once we balance out all the chakras, our energies come in balance. So if I want to take energy in and I see a beautiful piece of art, or I walk out in the ocean, sun's coming up in the morning, clouds, birds are flying, it's just so beautiful. Or if you go with a loved one and standing on the beach and you're looking out and you're going, oh, I love you so much, you know, and everything like opens up. And then turn around and you walk back to Collins and the dog runs across the street and a big bus splashes in blood. You go, oh my goodness! You know? And what you remember is the dog got squished and you got blood all over your shirt. You know, you forgot about the sunset, you forgot about all the love. And that, because that thing is like so, there's so much energy in that. There was a lot of energy in the sun and the love and this, and you're my love, mi vida, mi amor, mi preciosa, forever and ever. You know you're going to be mine. And then you saw the dog and boom, he's out of the question. You're, so look at this, my new gloves. So all of those things have a tremendous amount of energy. And a lot of times we get pulled away by the negative energy. But it's not really negative, it's all energy. And the meditation teaches you how to use the energy, positive or negative, and take that energy and use it for your growth. So if something very gross comes in, it's like startles you, but you know how to use that energy, you know, you run it. Some years ago, I think I was in my early 30s, something happened in my life and it just totally scared me. And I was really involved in a very strong meditation group. So I went to my teacher and I said, I don't understand. I've been doing the meditation and I'm totally blown away. He said, well, you don't feed a baby peanut butter. You know, I mean, you don't feed a baby steak. You feed a baby like papayas, you know, something that a baby can take. So in the beginning, I'll teach you how to do it with very positive energy, loving energy, taking in the sunlight, and then we'll go to a little stronger energy so you can grind up energy. The idea is whatever comes into your life, it's energy, good or bad, and it's just your opinion of this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. And all day you're like, good girl, bad boy, good boy, good. You know, at the end of the day you say, I'm exhausted because you've been, you know, this is good, this is bad, I made a sale, there is no sale, you know what I mean? And by the time you're through, it's like, oh, I'm so exhausted. But once you learn how to use that energy, it's just energy. She comes in, she tells me she loves me. You come in, you tell me you hate me. You know, it's all energy. But if I'm able to grind that up through my system and you hate me, good energy, that's fertilizer, that's the shit, that's the fertilizer for my garden. You tell me you love me, that's the great sunshine for my garden. So whatever it is, no matter where it is, it's used for my growth and my energy. And if you can develop that and cultivate that energy, you're going to get stronger and healthier and be able to handle situations a lot more. So we'll do that next week. Sun's starting to go down. And we'll try to rearrange it and make it more comfortable. Maybe we'll get chairs and put them out in front. I'm not sure yet. You know, but I thank all of you for coming tonight and for taking your time.
Thank you.
Yeah. People ask, you know, should we charge for the class? Is there going to be a charge for the class? I'm not going to charge for the class at all. But what I do highly suggest is you buy the videotapes. They're like $30 a month. And what they'll do is they go over these teachings because you need to review them and you need to go over them and you need to study them. And because the idea is it's not like going to the movies. You actually want to learn this stuff so you can use this stuff in your life. And if you can, you'll be a lot more powerful. So, you know, that would be my suggestion. You do that, and then I'm going to start teaching a class on the beach. I don't know, I didn't set that up yet, but I will shortly. And it'll probably be at 7 o'clock at night on the beach because we have, anybody have a watch?
Yeah, it's 8:25.
8:25, so it's still light on the beach, so we get a good hour workout. And that stuff is more energetic. You know, that's, you know, when you're sending out light and moving the energy in all the organs, and that really teaches you the different part. This was a very yin class, very soft, female type energy. The class on the beach is a lot more yang. And using the energy, because the idea is if you can balance them both, you get strong, you get powerful, you get healthy. And that's the idea, to keep us all strong, healthy, vibrant. Yeah? Questions, anybody? No? Thank you for coming.